We're installing the Ruff Country extended upper control arms on my 2010 Silverado. Here is what they look like out of the box. Pretty girthy compared to the factory upper control arms. Once I get the old ones off, I'll do a side-by-side comparison on them to show just how much of a difference there is. First thing you gotta do is take the wheel off. Unkey real quick. Plug nuts aside. Don't get no dirt or nothing in them. Alright, then the first thing you have to do, what kind of preference, whatever you want to do. First, going to unbolt the little bracket that holds the wheel speed sensor on. Go ahead and get that taken off. Looks like 110 millimeter. I'll swing that out of the way. And this bracket, I guess, holds the brake line. So, I'm gonna go and get those off. I'll get y'all back. I'm gonna go ahead and put this 10 millimeter bolt into the control arm. That way I know right where it's at. That way I know right where it's at. I really hate to say how much effort this didn't take to get off. I'll loosen up. Come out my hand now. Set this one aside, because if I'm not mistaken, the box comes with a new nut. Get that other one out. Yeah, the new ball joint come with a new nuts, then new sleeves that go over the control arm bolt. Go grab a hammer. I have a ball joint separator, so move this speed wheel sensor out of the way. Separated. Get that up out of the way. Now time for the fun part. It is. One thing you want to keep note of is the position of your cam adjuster. A lot of people call it cam bolt, cam plate. We get some WD-40. Sign. Up the other side. And with how easy these came out, well, relatively easy they came out, I would say that these have probably been out before, simply because on the cam plate itself, from the factory, they put little plastic pieces in the little quarter moon shape adjusters, as you'll see on yours, that hold the position of the cam bolt itself for the alignment adjustment from the factory. Mine doesn't have those, so mine have probably been out before. This cam plate up out of the way. This is the side a couple weeks ago I had to replace this wheel bearing because I was going down the road and the bearing had pretty much separated from the race. The only thing holding this tire on, thank God, was the CV axle. So the CV axle was the true champ in this. Let's just show you the we can hear that making noise. My dilemma right here now is getting these bolts out. Not really sure how I go about it, because as you can see, the spring's right in the way for each side. I don't think the strut has to come out. Kind of hope it doesn't, because I really don't feel like taking them out, but I guess I'll see. Alright, so after a few minutes of some off-camera fighting with it, arguing with it, I end up having to unbolt the lower strut mount. Yeah, I know my tie rod ends are gone, and when the wheel bearings went, it tore the boot for the CV axle, so that will be getting replaced at some point. But first and foremost, here's the old cast ball joint. Upper control arm. Well, side by side, the old one and the new one. Quite a difference. Quite a difference. Line these up the best I can, and you can actually see how much farther out that comes from the factory one. To kind of help give you a better angle. Sorry, I'm trying to do this all one-handed. Right there. Make sure you got your right sides. Let me set the phone down. Listen, I get this way I can. see go in there. There we go. I'm sure some of you are probably cringing. Almost. This one's almost there. That was there. Check the front. Always make sure you put the cam and everything back where it went, so make sure to keep track which one was inside the frame and which one was on the outside. Undo. This might work a little better. Proved not to be. It'd probably be a lot easier just to remove the strut, but I really don't feel like doing all that. So we're next to grease on this brake line. You know, I might remove this strut just to keep from fighting with this damn thing. Remember, I got the bottom two bolts undone, so hell, what would doing the top three hurt anymore? You know what, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so after much fighting with it and arguing with it, I did end up pulling the strut out. You know, just the 3 bolts up top, just loosen those up. I already had those loose, you know, just chopped it on out. Well, it's a lot easier to slide the control arm in, get the cam bolts back in, and get everything in and kind of snug down. That way, this is lifted this up, get it out of the way, get the strut back in. As I say, everything's on. About to go through, get everything tightened up. You know, get the wheel speed sensor, brake liner, all that handed into hardware reattached, and then get this tire back on and start on the driver's side. Remember, make sure you get these aligned, and you can tell on the frame where it was previously, on the inside and out. Make sure you get those pretty close, and then, you know, obviously take it, get alignment done.